He was once the fastest thing on the farm, a blur of chestnut and sunlight, his mane catching the wind like fire as he raced through the fields, and she was the only one who could ride him. A girl with laughter brighter than the morning sky, her bare feet and wild spirit a perfect match for his own. Every afternoon, he'd see her running down the hill, a brush clutched in her hand, happy when he would escape him, his hooves stamping with excitement, as if her joy was a current he could feel in the air. She'd whisper her dreams and secrets to him while she brushed his mane, and he would stand perfectly still, listening, his eyes half closed as if he understood every single word. Then, one autumn evening, she didn't come. The barn doors stayed shut. The brush on the shelf began to gather dust. The wind, the very same wind that used to carry her laughter, suddenly fell silent. A week later, her family was gone. The farm grew quiet, the fences sagged, and the fields went wild, but the horse stayed. He stood beside the old barn, day after day, year after year, his body weathered by time, his vibrant coat fading with the seasons. When rain fell, he took shelter under the same roof, being where she once protected him from a storm. When snow blanketed the ground, he pressed against the wall where her small hands used to pat his shoulder, and every spring, when the scent of flowers filled the air, he'd lift his head and watch the hill she always ran down from, brush in hand. People from the nearby town would sometimes stop and see him standing there. "He's waiting for someone," they'd whisper to each other. And they were right. Even as the barn began to crumble and his legs grew too weak to stand for long, he never stopped facing that hill, his ears twitching at the faintest sound as if he believed with every fiber of his being that she would come back one more time. One spring morning, as the first light broke over the valley, they found him lying peacefully, his head resting on the ground, his eyes closed. The wind rustled through the grass, and for just a fleeting moment, it sounded like laughter again. Maybe she had finally returned. Maybe she had taken his reins once more, whispering, "Come on, boy, let's go home." Because a love that pure never truly fades. He just waits quietly, faithfully beside an old barn, under a patient sky, until two souls can find each other again. Thank you so much for watching. If this story touched your heart, please consider liking and subscribing for more content like this. See you in the next one.